Hey guys, it's Beth, and today I'm back with my sheetload of cards for August. So if you have not heard of the sheetload of cards process, you are missing out. It is so fun. Call Me Crafty Owl here on YouTube releases a new card sketch each month, along with a supply list and even a cut list for you to follow so that you end up making a sheetload of cards. So the sheetload usually makes either 6 cards or 12 cards depending on the number of layers and the size of the layers on the card. And then she also, like I said, she gives you the supplies you need, so like how many different patterns of pattern paper, how many cardstocks you need, and then on the back, like I printed my double-sided so you can see, she tells you the dimensions for each piece that you need for the card. I will leave a link to her August sheetload video so that you can get some more information. And if you subscribe to her channel, you can download this for free. So she usually also gives you some alternative ways to use the card, and like if you wanted to adapt this to make 12 instead of 6, you know, she tells you how to do that. So I adapted mine a little bit from hers. She has, just to kind of show you, she has a piece of cardstock that acts as a card mat and then a layer of pattern paper that's about 1/4 inch all the way around, shorter than the card mat. And then she has a cardstock and pattern paper layer here for the pointed banner, and then a piece of cardstock for the sentiment. So I changed mine up in a few ways. Instead of doing a colored cardstock mat on the card, I just used gray craft cardstock. And I got this from Michael's, and I love it because it's got the same texture as the regular brown craft cardstock, but it's gray. So I just decided to save myself that layer of cardstock and just go with the gray card base. But then I have 2 different pattern papers here that I've used on the card. And then instead of doing the pointed banner, I fishtailed mine. And then I also added fishtails to either side of my sentiment strip. And then I added a heart just for a little something extra up here on the top. So I made 6 of this version. And then in order to get 12, I went ahead and did the same process with a different set of papers. So I'm using this XO paper again, but in a different way. So, but the layout of the card is the same. So that's just kind of how I changed it up, and you can adapt your sheetload. You know, some people use a different size card base, so they adapt theirs that way. And like I said, she gives you some alternative ways to kind of change it up a little as well. But these, you kind of do them assembly line process like, and so they go really fast and they're really fun. I love them. And like I said, I decided to use I did my sheetload with Valentine's paper from the All Season 3 pad, so that helped me work through, you know, a couple sheets of that paper just like that very quickly. So I'm all about that with this pad anyway. But if you have any questions on this, let me know. If you've already done your sheetload for the month of August, let me know that as well. And if you have a video out there, let me know so I can go check out your video. And then if you do decide to participate with Call Me Crafty Owl's sheetload, you can use the hashtag. If you have a video, you can use the hashtag sheetload of cards. She gives you that it's usually the sheetload, it's usually hashtag sheetload of cards, whatever the month is. And she tells you that in her video, but then your video automatically goes into the playlist of the sheetloads for that month. And then you can also submit photos to her via Instagram or email, and she will do like a roundup video at the end of the month showing everybody's cards. So if you haven't tried it, I think you should. They are a lot of fun, and it's a great way to get a good number of cards quickly. So, but again, if you have any questions on anything I've used today, let me know. Otherwise, I thank you guys so much for your time, and I hope you have a very crafty weekend.